False rap, I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling. I'm like, yeah, what it do? Penthouse, man, what it
What is going on, everybody? For the SLAP Train. Welcome back today, guys. Top 10 drifts of the week is back on this Friday, man. Now, first and foremost, starting us off with a beautiful montage. This is done by Gabriel of Surge Media. I will leave the full link down below, but you guys have been crazy, man, sending in some absolutely beastly montages. We have a few of them for the end of the episode as well, too. And first and foremost, starting us off with some honorable mentions. Now, I gotta say, if this was an actual public lobby, if these guys don't know each other whatsoever, I guarantee you that lead car is absolutely pissed, man. He keeps bumping him, taking away his points. I'm all for the tandems in public lobbies, but just make sure you're trying to do it with somebody that knows what the hell is going on. I don't know if he did or not, I'm just saying, man. We also had one here from E Dirty Drive Club with a huge save, and we had Potato Man Jr. with a ridiculous ride-along. I don't really know what to call that, coming down Forza Horizon 3. Thanks for sending that in. That was a pretty weird clip, to be completely honest with you. We also had Hellmax Grand Theft Auto 5 with a huge jump drift reverse on Maname. Now, I have been seeing quite a few people talking about GTA 5 online with the 5 and Reborn. I've actually been talking to MK Elite, and I'm thinking about getting something ready with him, doing a nice little collab very soon. We also had Drive It Like You Stole It with an incredible save on the Nuremberg ring, and then moving over to the mobile platform this week, we also had ASAP Cheeto, but he said you can call him Chewy, man. Now, I wanted to place this in the top 10, however, though, he ended up botching the end of it, but just a really cool creative line coming through those barricades. We also had one here from Get DQ'd on a Sludo Racing with an absolutely huge reverse entry. Would have loved to see a different camera angle instead of looking through the fence, but nonetheless, so for a mobile game, it's pretty damn impressive, man. Now, for our IRL clip of the day, Damian Rhodes, Instagram ruined.240sx. Now, he's actually here out in the Speedrome, Indianapolis, Indiana, and he's driving his 93 240. Now, we're going to see a few wall taps on this run. It's pretty cool, actually, to hear this thing in the car. Now, he's going to come in, throw it for a nice initiation, and just let that thing just slide in for just a tap, man. Have a listen. Now, if that's not enough, he's going to continuously keep going and run the wall on the next initiation. Huge thank you, Damon, for sending that in. Make sure you guys go follow his Instagram, which will be linked down below for you guys. Just a very impressive clip for some IRL slides here on Top 10 Drifts of the Week. Number 10, starting us off, boosted 427 Lexus SC300 Forza Horizon 3 on the bridge. This man is going to paint the guardrail with his own bumper. For whatever reason, that guardrail doesn't slow you down like the others in the game. I'm not asking questions though, man. Number 9, Racing Red. Now, this is going to be a very interesting line. Now, he's actually on the Blackwood track, and he said he actually recorded this prior to them patching this section where you can actually skip the chicane. So this man took it upon himself to find his own line past the chicane, rip it sideways through the grass. I liked it, man. It was creative, it was different. We got multiple camera angles, including this cinematic view coming down, but this man is ripping it, and I do believe he does get some air. Yes, he definitely did get some air on that rear end, man. He kicked it right up, and he just, it's a smooth run. He knew exactly what he was doing. He straightened up a little bit on that corner, but obviously he had to. Otherwise, the man would have hit the rail, man. That's all I'm saying. Number 8 this week, Datafy and S1 Gal. They're here on Mihan right now with a beautiful Team Burst overtake. Now, keep your eye on the follow car right now, that S13 Rocket Bunny SDC kit. He's going to take the inside lane and say, I'm out of here, man. The yellow car behind, though, keeps right up, gets right on the door to finish it off with a beautiful transition, actually, to continue on. Love the clip. Number 7, DK. Now, originally, this was going to be number 7, right? He's got a beautiful initiation here on Maname. We've seen it a few times, however, though, I really like the angle on this clip. And then, I'm going through the clips. Now, take note of the camera angle. I'm thinking to myself, it's a pretty damn good clip. I keep going through emails, and I find this one, man. E36 STW. This man with a huge initiation and even kisses the back bumper on the rail. Now, the camera angle is going to stay exactly the same place as the last clip that we just saw by DK. Now, I thought it was really cool, but it was very weird that, we had two of the exact same clips coming in by different I had to do a double take just to make sure, but confirmed, 2 different people. Number 6 this week, Crisis984 here on Drive Club. This man's actually driving the beautiful Agera R, and he is throwing it in for some very high speed runs. Now we're going to get an in-car view of this, and this is where I think the clip really does take shape, and you can really kind of see the angle that this man is pulling. But more or less, you know, the graphics of Drive Club and how well they have done their cockpit view, and I'm really disappointed that no other games have been able to kind of recreate Drive Club's cockpit, because I feel though that if we had this on, say, Gran Turismo, on Forza Motorsport, Assetto Corsa, stuff like that, well, I mean, we kind of do on Assetto on PC, but more or less the console games I'm kind of aiming at. Long story short, beautiful clip on the downhill section. Console games, get your shit together, man. Come on. Number 5, back to Live for Speed. We are here at Drifter.ite, FKAR Revoltas. And this man is about to throw a very controlled slide here on Fern Bay. Now, I want to emphasize controlled. And I mean, sometimes we'll see these high-speed initiations and such, but this man is really the definition of knowing what you're doing can really make it look easy. And I mean, I feel that this clip right here, he makes it look easy. He's just sitting there, have a little handbrake every so often, a little change of gear, but the man is killing it here on Live for Speed, and I definitely would love to keep getting into more Live for Speed lobbies. I got some clips coming in that I'm going to be showing you guys later on, but that's for another time, man. Number 4 this week, we have a huge tandem train here on Forza Motorsport 6. Now, the clip did say a 9-man. I want to kind of fight that and say it's a 7-man. We have So Mystified in the front, Crank It, XE Minty Fresh, CS Tezuka, TUS Chili, TUS Chunky, TUS Mad Mitch, and Poncho SR for this train. You're here on Catalunya, coming down on this section right now. Now, you can count them out on here. Now, I feel that for it to be a complete train, they need to do the entire track around. You're going to see they kind of get a little bit out of the grouping right here on that transition. It is a very tight transition to be doing with that many cars, so I will give them the benefit of the doubt on that. But they did straighten up as a pack on the exit run right here, so I had to give it to them. Hell of a clip, hell of a tandem. Ladies and gentlemen, to Live for Speed, Cross 111 with Nicorette. Number 3, taking the podium with an incredible suicide entry, man. Have a look at this. This is the other view. If you guys are not seeing this, or if you're blind, they are coming in at the exact same time and just missing each other by inches. Now, some of you guys may argue the fact that they kind of straighten up in there, obviously, because other than that, they would have clipped the damn cars together, man. But I will say, though, this may go down as the tightest suicide entry that we have ever seen on Top 10 Drifts. We're going to get one more look at it in cockpit view, and just, it's a crazy thing, man. Imagine being in the seat at that time. It would be absolutely crazy. Sliding in at number 2, back to Mihan here on Assetto Corsa. We have Derifto, Stevie Moss, and MCR ISO here throwing a beautiful 3-man train. Now, very, very clean, very tight, very consistent coming through. Now, you're going to see a little bit of a breakup on some of these corners, but they get right back into each other. And unfortunately, you know, it was a very tough week for me to judge. You know, I wanted to put that 7-man train on Forza 6 a little bit higher than I did. But, you know, it just came down to, you know, what I thought was right. Hopefully, I made the right decision for you guys. And we have number 1 this week, John Doe, man. Not John Wick, John Doe. But I feel, though, that this man is like John Wick, but with the damn steering wheel. Now, no joke, no lie, no scam. This clip right now, I'm going to leave the full clip down below for you guys. This was a total of 8 minutes long. Now, usually I wouldn't even look at a clip this long, but the title said raw, downhill, and uphill. So I was like, you know what, I'm intrigued, I'm going to have a look at it, and I definitely was not let down. And this man goes hard in the paint for a full 8 minutes. Now, I have cut it down to just the downhill section just to really show you guys the control and consistency of this man on the wheel. Now, he's got the full pedal cam, he's got the steering wheel cam, you can see his handbrake, his shifter, mixed in with the gameplay, and just, you know, absolutely killing the downhill. I felt that this was a perfect number 1 and kind of a change up of pace. You know, usually we see tandems and such hitting number 1, but, you know, I felt that this was such a good clip on its own that I had to throw it in for number 1. And, you know, I always see comments, you know, Slap, bring it back to the roots of drifting, and I feel that this week is exactly that, man. Bringing it back to just throwing it down on the downhill, having fun, and just losing your own self in the slides, man. I mean, I do this almost all the time where I'll be sitting there drifting, and then I look at the clock, and half an hour to an hour is already gone. And it's crazy to feel how fast it really does go. But I do want to say a huge thank you to everybody that has been participating in Top 10 Drifts. I want to know from you guys down below, did I nail this week's episode? Let me know. There's going to be a poll up on your screen right now to click on for mobile and also desktop users on the top right. Just leave me a yes or no. Last week we had a very good consistency of agreement in the top 10, so it's been pretty solid moving forward into these next top 10s, and I will be doing the polls every single week just to see feedback from you guys down below. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not sent in your clips yet, make sure you guys send them into the SLAPTrain business at hotmail.com. Make sure you guys fill in the template provided down below. Now, I still have so many clips that I just did not have a chance to open up. I'm really at the crossroads now where every single week I have so many clips where, I'm kind of relying on the title of the email to really kind of give me insight to the clip. So, if you guys do have something crazy, leave it in the title of the email with top 10. I say that in the template. A few of you guys do it, a few of you guys don't. I still try to open as many as physically possible, but I can't be ending up with 50 to 60 clips a week ready to put in the top 10. It's just going to be almost an unlimited amount of time, and I'm limited on time when I make these top 10. So I do appreciate everybody that does come around. Now, just to clarify though, I'm not saying that the clips you guys have sent in are now lost. They are still unopened in my email. It's just a matter of me going back and picking them up for a big special top 10 drifts, which is actually something that I've been kind of working on. So I'm not going to say too much about that, but the emails will be open in a sure amount of time, and I'm going to definitely try my best on that. Ladies and gentlemen, huge thank you for coming around once again to Top 10 Drifts. This man's still going. I told you, this man was killing it. This was the reason why I wanted to showcase this entire clip, because I knew as soon as I put it up, if I put up only 30 seconds of it, people are going to be saying, oh my god, Slap, you picked this man going downhill for 30 seconds rather than the train clips, the tandems, the overtakes. There's a reason, man. This guy's consistency down the hill. This is a hard thing to do, man. If you guys are feeling that you could do better, send in your clips to top 10. But I will say, though, it's very rare that I put a clip this lengthy in top 10. So just keep that in mind for later. But, I just had to show you guys the full clip in its entirety. And, I mean, like I said, I cut it down in half. The man still has to go all the way back up the mountain. I will leave the full link down below for you guys to check out if you are intrigued on his uphill run. Ladies and gentlemen, though, that is going to do it. We have a couple montages, though, still waiting to be seen, so do not leave yet. We have a beautiful one here coming from TZ Minivan and TZ Psycho White. Beautiful montage, lots of work put into this. I'm going to leave this full link down below for you guys to check out. We also had another montage coming in from a man, Hooniganz99. Another really good montage. It's a shorter montage, but there's a lot of work put into these. And if you guys know anything about montages and how much time they take, it is definitely worth checking out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for Top 10 Drifts for this week. Don't forget to slap that like button if you guys are still here. Huge thank you to everybody that did submit their clips and is watching right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all of which are found down below. To the SLAPTrain, Top 10 Drifts of the week. I'm out. Peace.
Got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling. I'm like, yeah, what it do? Penthouse, man, what have you?